Yo, what is up guys, Face here and welcome back to another video. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day like always, and today I'm going to be going over a disappointing aspect of the game. Now obviously this is to do with one of the latest events in the game / mission, and this video is a bit disappointing from my end, and that is because it's something that I'm very irritated in as someone who spends a lot of time on this game. 9 years so far I've been playing this game, and yeah, wargaming still seems to make me upset now and then. And kind of makes me upset about how the game is doing as of now. But the gist of it is that this event is currently in the game, and it's supposedly supposed to be a skill-based event. And that is what it's supposed to be, or trying to be, or what wargaming wants it to be, but it really isn't. Now, but I'll get over that in just a moment. The gist of the mission / event is that you can get the Octopus X camouflage, which is for the FV215, a tier 10 British heavy tank. Now, it doesn't have PBR graphics, but this vehicle used to be quite a comp tank, FV215, but it's not about the tank. It's about this event. Now, Wargaming is saying it is supposed to be a skill-based event, which 360,000 HP of damage might sound a lot, but that is not skill-based. Now, you can get a bunch of nice rewards, and by a bunch, I mean just the first reward in this mission. You get ×5 boosters. You only get 3 of them. But that would greatly lessen the amount of time you need to spend on a tank when grinding it, as you ×5 boosters, yeah, you're basically playing 5 games into 1 game and getting that amount of XP, which is very nice. So the XP boosters are very nice. The rest of it is mediocre, and avatar is useless. ×5 gold boosters are pretty cool. 50,000 credits are absolutely useless, but let's now talk on why I'm disappointed on this event. Now, a few months back when I was speaking about the ratings battles, and that you can now get a ratings emblem / attachment to your vehicle, which shows you how much ratings you have. And yeah, that would have been really cool if ratings was actually skill based. You get 40%ers going up, and this video is not supposed to be a very upsetting video or a targeting video to bad players. I'm not skill shaming here. I'm just saying that the events that wargaming kind of calls skill-based are really not skill-based, and it makes those players who are skilled and do put a lot of time into the game kind of reconsider themselves as playing this game as much as they do, because 360,000 HP amounts of damage is literally so easy. Now let's go over why I really am disappointed at wargaming, and it's because wargaming is calling this event a skill-based event. They literally saying that this event requires a lot of skill for you to go and get your hands on this camouflage. Now, this camouflage was given before, and I believe it was similar to how the current TVP event is going on. It's kind of miscellaneous. You can't really see it happen. However, basically, you just need to get 5 masteries in a certain amount of time, which does require a lot of skill because a lot of people are going to be playing that tank. And obviously, it's going to be a lot harder to get a mastery when a lot of people are playing it, and especially the TVP, one of the second most played tanks in the game. So yes, it's going to be really hard to get. And you can get a legendary camouflage for the TVP for playing said skill-based event that is not really happening in the light of most players, but is happening in the background. This miscellaneous event is similar to how you would have gotten this camouflage in the beginning when it first came out. And so a lot of people who played that and actually got the camouflage were very happy, and these players were obviously skillful. These players were really good at the game, because no ordinary player is going to get those masteries in that specified time if a lot of people are playing it. So you had to be the best of the best basically to get those camouflages. However, wargaming then goes and gives this camouflage for basically free, and I say that because wargaming is saying this event is very skill based, but 360,000 damage to do in 10 days is very easy. You can average 1,500 damage per game for 30 games a day, and you will get this tank on the 8th day or 7th day, no problem. Now, 1,500 average damage is absolutely awful. That is basically doing 2 shots in an E100 or any tank destroyer in the game. For instance, 2 shots on a tank like an E100 or a tank destroyer only takes you 20 seconds to be able to do. And if you can't put out 20 seconds of damage in a 6-minute or 7-minute game, yeah, that is literally awful. So most players are going to be able to do that. That really doesn't take a lot of skill. You only have to average 1,500 damage for 30 games a day in order to get this camouflage on the 7th or 6th day. This is not skill-based. Wargaming is not making a skill-based event by doing this. Now, the whole thing is not that Wargaming is giving a item for basically free. It is free. All you need to do is some damage. And it's a very easy event, which I'm very happy about. I like it when Wargaming does free events because everyone can participate in it. But don't call it skill-based, or don't put an item like this camouflage, which prior to in this event was one of the rarest things you could possibly get. In order to get it in the first place, it was very skillful. You needed to be the best of the best to get it. Now, people who have gotten this camouflage already from being very good at the game are now sitting here saying, I spent 8 hours of my life playing something that Wargaming promised me that was a skill-based thing. So when I had this thing and I played it, I knew that I would be recognized as I was skillful. I got this camouflage and I put a lot of effort into it, and I did really well to earn this certain thing, such as this camo. But now it's absolutely free, and yes, it was free before, but it's free for a lot less work. You can get this camouflage very easily. You don't have to be a good player. You can even be a very horrible player, averaging 1,000 damage per game, and you could get this in about 40 games a day. And 40 battles is absolutely nothing if you don't have a life, which most people who play this game, let's be honest, we don't really have a life. I mean, a lot of people put 8 hours a day into this game. And like many years ago, I used to be able to do that with work and everything. Maybe I don't have that much time, but you can play 40 games in 2 hours, no problem. And you can get this camouflage in 9 days, 10 days in their time requirement, and be an absolutely awful player. And so I don't know why Wargaming calls these things skill-based, or makes it seem like that, or at least adding an item that was very skill-based to get in the first place, and now they're just making fun of those who actually put time into the game in order to get the camouflage in the first place. I'm actually very disappointed. It was something similar to how the ratings battles, you could get that attachment that shows what rating you're in. Yes, it's cool, but I think Wargaming needs to reword themselves, or at least change the item that you're able to get, and at least not match the item that they need to a similar item that was required by very skilled players in order to get, and now it's being given for absolutely very easily. Now, I'm not wording myself that well, but basically, hopefully you can hear my voice. I'm not the happiest in this event. You can get some free things, which is what I'm happy about. And yes, you can get a free camouflage. I'm also happy about that as well. But I don't like how it's that camouflage. It could have been any other camouflage, but why that one? Why this camouflage that required a lot of skill prior to this date of it being put in this event? They could have put any other camouflage that was not recently or previously put in an event that required actual skill. When the ratings attachment came out, I was like, yes, this looks like something that is going to be very skill-based, and that only the top amount of players could get it. And then when the event comes out, every single player can get the attachment, and it's a lost hope. You can't make every player happy, I must say this right now, but Wargaming can't say something is skill-based and then allow every single player to get it. Or you can't say it's skill-based, make it actually skill-based to get in the first place, and then the second time, a few months later, or a year later, or maybe 2 years later, no matter what amount of time later, they go and give it for a lot easier. And now, those players who did put their time in it, I've said it already, they're going to feel crap, because they put a lot of time in it, they felt like they achieved something, and now they got something in the garage that every other player can achieve with no effort at all. Let me know what you guys think of it. That's just my thought on it. Ratings attachments could have been that only the top 10 players could get it, so that when you verse someone that has the ratings attachment, you'll be like, okay, he's a very good player, and it's something to show your achievements. Ratings battles right now, I also hate ratings right now. I won't put my hands on ratings. That's why I don't have many games in it. The only times I play ratings is to get over a tank that I'm currently grinding that is maxed, but I don't really want to play in it that much. So I play ratings because it does not affect your stats, but I don't play ratings, and this is because a 40%er, again, I'm not skill shaming, I'm just showing you how it makes sense. A 40%er can literally get 6,000 ratings points, no problem. If they just played, and you find those players now and then that they have like 50% win rate, and you check their 30-day, and it still matches with their current overall stats, and they have, however, they have like close to 6,000 ratings points. And you scroll down there, and they have like 10,000 battles in just ratings in that like month or season. Absolutely crazy. And yeah, it's not fun to play something that is supposed to be skill based, especially ratings, where any player can really get there and get the top reward for no issue. Yes, maybe they won't become first place or something, but they get pretty close up there, and it just makes you feel like, okay, I've achieved something. But me personally, it just makes me feel like, okay, I've achieved something, but every other player could have achieved it anyway. So I've achieved something that isn't really that rare or isn't that fantastic to even boast about. Not saying that boasting is a good thing. It's just when I do achieve something, obviously everyone wants to show it off a little bit. If you get an attachment that is actually skill based, like a camouflage, basically, when you go into a battle, you have this sense of, I have this camo, it means I'm good, and a lot of other players are going to think it's good as well. So it's a personal achievement, basically. And currently, ratings is absolutely awful. Anything Wargaming puts out and says is skill-based is really not skill-based. And that was my whole point of this video. I'm kind of disappointed in the way that the game is going in terms of its skilled-based events, missions, and game modes. And I'm just not really happy about it. And I'm also trying to get your guys' opinion on this as well. So definitely leave a comment down below, or you can leave a comment in my Discord server. There'll be a link to join that in the description of this video. Anyways, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, you can leave a like and subscribe. If you didn't, you can just downvote the video, obviously. Anyways, guys, that's it for me today. Hope your shells hit their marks, and I'll check you in the next one. Cheers.